Hey everybody. I just wanted to take a little time and talk about these modern Micro 9s. Hey, I like them. Uh, Pig 3, the SIG P365 kind of started the modern trend with high capacity Micro 9s. So you had the SIG P365 come out, the Springfield Army Hellcat, the Shield Plus, Ruger Max 9, Taurus GX4. It's like a new era for micro sized 9mm guns with higher capacity. But what I wanted to address a little bit was the complaint about snappiness of these guns. Well, I think it would go without saying that a gun between 18 and a half and 20 and a half ounces shooting a 9mm would be a little snappy. But I want to kind of go back a little bit into modern history when I didn't really hear too much complaints about snappiness with some of the original micro guns, lower capacity, but micro guns just the same in 9mm. I've owned all these guns that I have listed here. We have the Keltec PF9 coming in at 12.7 ounces with a 7-round magazine. I had 3 of those back in the day. Were they snappy? Yes, but I never thought about snappy. I just thought about learning how to use it and get on target with it and have this little pocket pistol. 2 of them worked well. One of them was kind of a lemon, but I still kind of like it. I think Nothing Fancy still has a PF9 in his rotation that he carries, and he really likes it a lot. Then there was the Diamondback DB9. It came in at 13.4 ounces with a 6-round mag. I had 4 of those. The reason I have multiple of some guns is I usually buy one for myself and then get one for my wife and my daughters. Anyway, I had 4 of those guns. They did have dependability issues. The original ones, there's the new Gen 4 Diamondback DB9 that they have addressed those issues and I understand operates really well. But so you have the Keltec PF9 12.7 ounces, the Diamondback 13.4 ounces. Car came out with the PM9 and CM9 with 6 and 7-round 9mm magazines, and it weighed in at 14 ounces. We're talking about little lightweight handguns here. Um, then we have the Sky CPX1 and CPX2. They actually hold 10 rounds. They weigh 15 ounces each. So that's an early 10-round magazine. I guess because the trigger was pretty bad on them, they weren't more popular than they could have been with a better trigger. But I had 4 of them, and they operated okay, and they were snappy. Of course, they were snappy. Moving on a little bit, we have the Glock 43. I've had 2 of them. They weigh in at 17.9 ounces, and compared to the other ones, that sounds heavy. The Glock 43 had a 6-round magazine. It was an enjoyable gun to shoot. Now we move into the modern era here of our micro compacts with higher capacity. Here is my empty, no ammunition in it, Hellcat. It's the OSP model. It weighs in at 18.3 ounces. So I would say, compared to these earlier offerings, it's a freaking tank. at 18.3 ounces. Here's my Shield Plus. Came with a 10 and 13 round magazine. And by the way, this newer Hellcat I bought, OSP version, came with a 13 and a 15 round magazine. But what I really wanted to talk about is the weight of these things. This Shield, safe, this Shield weighs 20.2 ounces, which is, it's almost double the weight of the Keltec PF9. Of course, they have higher capacity, but what I want to talk about is the snappiness. Are they snappy? Yeah, of course they're snappy, but it's nothing that you can't train and get used to. A couple of my Keltecs would really slap your finger when you shot them. The Diamondbacks, when they operated properly, I thought they were a real pleasure to shoot. I had no problem with shooting a 13.4 ounce handgun. Same with the car. I had a CM9, 14 ounces, shot beautifully. The Skies are snappy at 15 ounces, but train with it. Get used to the trigger, and you can shoot with it. So, of course, they're going to be snappy. It's not a new conversation. I don't know why it should be a shock or a surprise that these guns are snappy, but I just wanted to point out that you look at these earlier guns, and look at the weights on these things: 12.7, 13.2, 14, 15, 17. That was the Glock 43 at 17.9. And then look at these new ones. They start at about 18.3 and go up to, 20.2. And the P365, the Hellcat, Shield Plus, Ruger Max 9, Taurus GX4 all fall within that weight range of, roughly 18 ounces to 20 ounces. So train, get used to them. Snappiness shouldn't be a shock, surprise, or problem. It's nothing I couldn't overcome on these other lightweight guns. And man, we're talking the PF9, 12.7 ounces. I mean, wow, that is really a lightweight gun. Anyway, I just want to wrap it up there. I hope you've enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.